All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between our visitors and the Chicago Blues. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Try the right side here. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And Watson has it right side. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. Mayfield. And that's complete. It's Watson. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
We ain't giving up nothing today. Hey, switch gears.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
180! Right there, 56. Quarterback, don't get nervous now. Hurry,
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
And he's going to keep it here. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Mike 52. Mike 52. Alpha. Here we go. Mike 52.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And he will find his man on the outside. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting... Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. 20 25 yards for the touchdown. And this offense takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Back to throw now on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Looking to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth. They'll look to throw here. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground, as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here.
He's checking crack. Hatchet.
A run right side, it's Bettis. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out.
Can't get away, and he's taken down.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
No move to get the offense off the field here. They've converted once on this drive. On 4th, they'll go again and try it once more. They'll set up a throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Devin Bush, and that will force a turnover on downs.
Good. 180. Choose the mic. Know your job. Check 24. Point it right, point it right, point it right. Slap. Okay.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. Go, go.
Mayfield looks to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. That will give running left. It's Bettis.
I got you, boy.
And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devin Bush in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. Sacks, a growing theme in this 1st half. This is 2nd and long.
I got you. Wide, get wide. Hey, I got motion, man. Me, I got this. Mike, run it.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
Whip. Watch the whip. Check 26.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the 1st down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Now, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down. 2 minutes to play in this 1st half. 7-3 our score. They reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that
A
play.
gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first. On 3rd down, Mayfield. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a first down. Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now they try the right side here. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
His guys take over first and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Now a handoff looking right. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he gets this one down to the 24. That good for 19 and a first down. Right back to him on first down. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Hey, alert, 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 alert.
On 2nd and 1, Mayfield. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off.
Alert, 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 alert.
Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it
They took a pretty big risk right there going for it on 4th down, but hey, not only did they get the first down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a first down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, 4th down, they went for it.
Well, they just scored, they got the lead, and they decided to keep their foot on the accelerator, so to speak.
Scouting, scouting, scouting. They had to have seen something in their preparation for this game that told them in this situation, if they get the look they like, let's go ahead and go for it anyway. They like being bold.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of 14 that time, and it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Hey, we're 33.
Mayfield to throw it. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. That's taken in by Henderson. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th. This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on 4th down? They'll go for it. Buying time to his left. And that is going to be incomplete. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out, and the Bengals will get the football back. The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll try a toss here to Bettis. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. He'll look to throw. And it's caught. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. From 13 yards out, as his guys are back within a single score.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough, otherwise they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
Extra point attempt to come here. And he knocks it through. That makes it a 5-point ball game. It's 15-10 now. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. That'll be taken in the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working at it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
180. Watch the run. Watch twist. Watch twist.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Back now here on EA Sports as we're about ready to rock and roll for the 4th and final quarter.
Pistol. Hurry. 52. Watch 52. 52's the mic. We got to get the ball.
From the 22, Mayfield letting one. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Complete to number 84. It's a pickup of 6.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw here. They set up the screen here to Mixon. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. Losing 9 yards there. And it also brings up 4th. The Bengals bring out their punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And taken right on the 30. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 31 yards there and a first down. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
From the 17, Mayfield got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. From 17 yards out, and his guys are going to add on to their lead. So up comes Mayfield as his guys will go for 2. Here's Mayfield, and he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. And up 2 scores late. No clue why you do this here, but they're going to go for the onside kick. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number's
under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Devin Bush in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22 and a half set in 2001. They're going to look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Sherman. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A first down there on a pickup of 25. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devin Bush. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. He'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again.
Yeah, that's how we do, dude.
3rd and long.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They'll drop the throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Devin Bush in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to let it. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Derwin James with a pick. On 4th down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, 4th down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Check. Come on.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, he's got some breathing room. All told, it's an even 30 and a 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play there for the Bengals. Give him 42 yards on the ground. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. 1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Again, they'll run with Bettis. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the home team here, the win moves them a couple games over 500 now at 7-5. And they will hit the road next.